Once again, Death Aura, Neeb versus Vanya, King of Battles, NA Qualifiers. Let's go. And spawning on the southeast position once again, it is Vanya. Playing for Team Neeb. And from America, sponsored by Ting, it is Neeb. Up 1-0. So I don't know how to change this portrait from the replays. So because I'm just casting from the replays, I think it's editable when you're casting live games, I guess. Yeah, I still have a lot to learn on this user interface. And as we can see here, Vanya opening with a lot of drones. One gate wall in. Going for a fast expand again is our player. Protoss player Neeb. Neeb! I remember the time when he won the on Korean soil. That was such hype. Once again, hatchery. And this overlord will be able to scout the front of our Protoss player. Going for the one gate expand. One gate gas expand. And Vanya going for the usual 19 pool. Was it? Very economic for both players. So just a hatch is missing on Vanya's side of the map, probably. And there's a cybernetic score. Another pylon being added at the front to strengthen up this wall. Queens being added. And Vanya just droning heavily. Adept harass, Adept scout will be sent out by Neeb on around the 2-minute 30 mark. And there we go, the third hatch from our Zerg player is being taken. Shade out. So as is spotted. Will he cancel it? Yes, he canceled it because he was thinking if there would be Zerglings trying to attack at this time of the game. But fortunately, as we can see here, there would be none. Vanya really trying to add more drones. And another Stargate opener. And yes, once again, it would be a Void Ray. So Neeb always opting for the Void Ray instead of a Phoenix and Oracle build, which is fine. So it does two things. It can shoot air and ground, hunt overlords, but it's not quick enough to scout for you on the side of Vanya's base. And speaking of Vanya's base, heavy droning once again. And we'll be adding the blind spore crawlers at 3 minutes 42. Just one on the main base. Would they have another one on the natural? Yes, he will. And another on the third base. Now Zerglings at the front, scouting that Neeb is going to take his third base now. So Vanya a bit ahead on economy because his third base is now going up and running. But I think he has to have another hatchery or even a macro hatch to pair up with this economy of Neeb. Stasis trap being added just in the nick of time. It's the pull of our Protoss player. Shields being deleted by the queens. And the shade in at the front. Adepts Vanya using his adepts to defend. I think he has overdroned a little bit. No, what they call this? No Zerglings to defend this, and 9, 10 drones and a stasis. Okay, great pull again, once again by Vanya. Was a while ago. Julia, thank you for the lemon. Zergling checking at the front, and after that 10 probe 10 drone kill for just 2 adepts and even a stasis, 1 stasis probe. Neeb continuing his harassment and still checking if he can still do anything here. Just checking if Vanya has his 4th base, tagging the main, and Void Ray once again is the recipe of success for our Protoss player. Will it work now? I think the first thing he'll do is snipe or try for a cancel on this hatchery. Yes, and Vanya is forced to cancel this hatchery here. Drone sniped and going to dive at the front. Spire is going to be killed. Nope. That's a lot of queens there and 2 spore crawlers. So Vanya is a bit ready on this aspect, but he was forced to take his 4th hatchery on the lateral side of the map, of his side of the map, going more horizontal in expansion. Void Rays and Queens, you don't see this every day. So Transfuse going in for Vanya. Almost Neeb very greedy, trying to kill that last queen, but costing him a lot of damage. And Corruptors is on the mix. Neeb going for the recall and saving at least 4. So now Vanya is adjusting to the playstyle of Neeb, creating more Corruptors and Roaches to add in the mix. And on our Protoss side of the map, Immortals, Zealots, and more Stalkers. Now Neeb, Vanya giving Neeb the taste of his own medicine. And with this corruption, Neeb is forced for a cancel. I thought he's going to let that get out. Now shield batteries being added at the photon cannon as well at the front. 3 base full saturation to our Protoss player. A lot of excess workers on his 3rd base, and that would be a 3 Stargate once again. 3 Stargate, Robo, and an upcoming 4th. Another harassment by this Oracle. 3 probes being killed. Vanya wasn't too keen to fight to find this Oracle a while ago, and I think he should send at least 1 Corruptor so that he can clean this up. Corruptors being added, and the super shield battery. Would it be enough? No. Caustic spray is just too much, but Vanya losing a lot of those Corruptors just for that attack. And now Neeb being attacked by Vanya on this left side. Biles going down. Can's going down, but the reinforcement from Neeb is now here. Good force fields, trapping a lot of these roaches, and the storms raining down from the sky, chasing his Neeb. But he would just stay on his high ground. Vanya eating a lot of these storms. And all those on the red. Another Corruptor, Caustic Spray on the 3rd base of our Protoss player. Vanya trying to break these rocks to have easier access on Neeb's base. Storms landing once again. And while Vanya trying to force out another Caustic Spray all those corruptors being damaged. And now Neeb, I think you're too forward. You're overextending. Storm while retreating. Great move by Neeb. And all this chasing roaches are now on the red. Zealots trying to tank for the front. And that is a good hit for the Ravagers at the front, on the back. But Vanya overextending now. Corruptors, Oracle tagging everything. Zealots as used as meat. Oh my god, another cancel on the third base of our Protoss player. Meat shield is the Zealots at the front. And Neeb trying to not let this rocks get torn off, but apparently Vanya will be successful. Storms landing, great storms from our Protoss player, but that is just too much Zerg on the ground. Now going for the high ground cover with cannons and shield battery. I don't think Vanya would be able to break this, or does he have enough? I don't think this composition can be easily broken down by just roaches and Zerglings. But as we can see here, Vanya lurking, trying to kill this fleet beacon, and he will be successful. Void Rays will be able to kill 1, 2, 3, 4, just 3, and Zerglings running by the third, and roaches going for the fourth. But that is too much units being wasted away by Vanya. He should retreat and regroup. Zealots harassing the fourth base, the fourth base of our Zerg player, and it will be cleaned up by Vanya now. Void Rays trying to chase this Corruptor, but it's just too much. Or is it? Void Rays killing this Corruptor flock. And now we are on even supply, 158, 176. Void Ray killing another Ravager, and our game will stabilize. Oracle saying hi to this Zergling, and Vanya should be able to get his economy working on this side of the map. Vanya going heavy on the roaches, and more supposed harass group from Neeb, but it wasn't successful enough. A lot of Immortals, and I don't think that's a good idea, but Immortals, one dying. Mutalis is the tech switch from Vanya, and he will retreat while he tries to micro up this flock of Mutalisk on the third base of our Protoss player. And as we can see, Neeb transitioning to the carriers. So pylons getting taken down. Going for the fourth base. Fleet beacon being harassed, and fortunately being killed by this Mutalist flock. And as we speak, Vanya trying to get Neeb's attention on the left side of the map, but he'll be attacking on this right side, but Vanya wasn't looking that much. Taking a lot of hits from this army is Vanya. Great tag from the Oracle. Now the Mutalist is going to kill this. Great storms, but the snipe from the High Temper wouldn't be successful enough. A lot of non-air shooting units is Neeb, just Archons saved from the Mutalisk. This Mutalisk flock buying time for our Zerg player to grow. And as we can see here, we're entering almost to the late game. +2 weapons and +1 carapace for Zerg player. And it would be Phoenixes to counter this Mutalist flock. Another 2-prong attack going for the main base, and while attacking this third is Neeb, but that is a lot of carriers. Oh my god, carriers getting sniped. Vanya successfully sniping one, and while they're at it, Neeb defending, and almost Now, a split of roaches is the harassment force of our Protoss player. And as we speak, Great Biles killing that over that Void Ray. But the Mutalist Flock was forced to go back to deal with this harassment. 21 kills. Oh my god, 21 kills, 22 just by that Zealot run by. This base is well defended, has a lot of static defense, but what about the other? And now we can see DTs is the next step. There is no detection on this side of the map. Carriers, slowly but surely, Neeb going to achieve that. Golden Armada and Phoenix, surprise! Phoenix are waiting for these flock of Mutalists. Easily microwing there is Neeb, but that's just too much Mutalisk. A miss micro from Neeb again. And Vanya just killing everything in its path. But would it take too much? 36 more probes killed. And now, just by that Dark Seer tuloy. That Dark Templar harass, and now Overseer is being called so that he can clean up that. Now Vanya down 16 workers, I guess. Trying to regain his economy working again. And Neeb being denied the 5th base once again is Vanya. Great work. I don't think this Mutalisk move out is good. Vanya, you're wasting your edge. Could have been winning by now, but instead you're trying to chase with your Mutalisk flock. Don't lose that Mutalisk because that's the only thing that's buying you time until you can transition out with these roaches. But I don't think Vanya is gonna transition to this one. Vanya not looking at this army composition. Storms raining down on everything. And carriers wiping out. And that is it. GG with just one engage. Neeb ends the series with a clean 2-0 sweep. Vanya did a great damage doing multi-prong harass, but it wasn't enough. Neeb just being too sturdy and too strong, absorbing the attacks of our Zerg player. But in the end, we will see Ting Neeb as our second player to go up to the round of 8 on the NA qualifiers. So